Hello everyone, it is that time of year to get going on our gift wrapping. I know we do it all year round, but this is where we have that concentrated time to do gift wrapping. So I really wanted to do a collection of videos for all of you and go step by step on all my tips and tricks that I've learned over the years on how to wrap that perfect gift, and also how to get over being afraid of that gift wrap and that tape and those scissors, because I know sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating. I've broken gift wrapping down into 3 steps on how to take just a plain wrapped gift and make it really gorgeous. And you know, even if you're not a crafty person, you do these 3 steps and you're going to surprise some people in your lives at how creative you really can be. So step 1 is about wrapping the gift, getting that paper over the gift. And not only will I show you how to make the perfect gift wrap so you look like you took it to a professional, but I'll give you some other tips and tricks on how to make your own gift bags and even your own cute little boxes. One of my favorite songs has the line, "Brown paper packages tied up with strings," and I have to say that when I'm doing gift wrapping, the song kind of plays through my head, and I feel like this is a really important step to get that professional creative look, is that you have to take some way to tie your gift up so that it looks treasured and ready to gift to someone. And I'll show you different ways to use ribbons, we use twines, we even use washi tape and some yarn. There's so many different varieties, and this is just a start. Step 3 of gorgeous gift wrapping is my favorite, because this is where you can get really creative. It can be something as simple as clipping a piece of conifer greenery and tucking that in, or making a paper flower that you can add on top, or even adding this beautiful felt ornament onto the top of your gift. There's really no end to what you can do with your gift toppers, and I'll show you a few of my favorites and hopefully get your creative juices going so that you can do something that's really personal for the person that you're giving it to. For your step 1 of wrapping your gifts, there are only a few things that you're going to need, and the first thing, of course, is the gift wrap itself. So I have picked an array of colors. I generally tend to go with more neutral tones. I use a lot of stripes or solids or polka dots to just kind of lay a base for all my gift wrap, and then I might layer in some prints on top of that. And all of these are really in my personal color palette that I love, so pick things that speak to you. If you love bright colors, then go for that. If you like these really playful prints, then go for that. And for me, I like to make sure all of my prints and my solids really kind of color coordinate so that no matter what I'm doing, it all looks like it goes together. The other thing you'll need besides the gift wrap is some really great tape, and I have some different things here to show you that I use. I have here a double-sided tape, and I like using this especially when I'm doing my really professional blind seams, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. I also have a stronghold tape, and I keep this on hand when I'm doing something like creating a bag or a box, because I really do not want those seams to bust open, so that's good to keep on hand as well. And then of course, the standard tape is this beautiful satin gift wrap tape, and I have a few of these on hand, but I do like to just keep them on my roll because it's easier to pull off. And then the last thing I like to have on hand are either these little instant tacky spots or these glue dots. And I always have these. This is to add something on top, or if you need, you know, a little extra hold somewhere that you don't want things to be seen, these are great to have as well. In the second step of gift wrapping, you're going to want to tie your gifts. And so I always keep a nice collection of beautiful ribbons around, and these are the type of things that I will save if it looks like the person who's getting the gift is tossing it away. I might kind of snag them back again, or if they want to keep them, that's fine too, but I'll reuse my ribbon over and over again. And I like to use really nice ribbon because it just adds that touch. No plastic. I also have an array of baker's twine, which comes in handy, especially if you're doing a gift that's more playful or for a child. And then if you're adding some fiber or yarn on top of your gift with a pom-pom, or you're adding some sort of a decorative item that is more textile, I love love using yarn to tie off my gifts. Another way that I might want to faux tie would be some of these washi tapes, and I'm going to show you some of that in another video as well. For both the wrapping and the tying, you will need a great pair of scissors, and I like to keep actually 2 pair of scissors. I have one for paper and then I have one for my ribbon, and I'll often mark them so that I don't cross them. You want to have a nice sharp scissor for your ribbons. And then for your third step in making gorgeous gift wraps is your toppers, and there's such an array and a variety, so I can't really show you tools for that, but we'll definitely dive deep in some videos below, so let's go. So the easiest thing to do when prepping the gift on the inside is to use some beautiful tissue paper. And I have 3 different tissue papers here and a little bit of washi tape just to add that final touch. So let's start with the first box. This one is a box that has some beautiful handmade earrings, and the earrings are absolutely lovely. They look very delicate and you know, a little bit more expensive, but they're sitting here on this plastic polyfill, and I don't want to show that. So what I'm going to do is take this. I'm going to use this silver, kind of pewter silver tissue paper here because I love the look of the earrings on that silver, especially the gold. So I'm going to use my box as a measurement. And the first thing I'll want to do is get the right width. And as you can see, it's too wide, but I'm going to use a little trick here. I'm going to fold it in half this direction. So this is actually my top, and then I'll flip it the other way. So we're still looking at the top. And I've made myself a bit of a pocket there, and I can measure this before I actually do the final fold. There we go. So I have a bit of a pocket, and I'll press that down with my hands really flat. I have a lot of extra. You can go ahead and cut that off, but I think I'll just keep it all intact and tuck it under. So I'll fold it one direction and measure it with my box, and then flip it back the other way. Let's see. As long as you don't crease it, you can kind of go back and forth until you get it just right. And we still have a bit of a tail, so again, I'll just tuck that right under. And this actually creates an even nicer pillow that sits on top of this one. A little tissue paper pillow. And then I'll lay that right there on top of the filler. And then this little pocket is a perfect place to take the top of the earrings and tuck them under. And it will hold the earrings in place a bit better once you have it wrapped. We'll put the lid on, and that box is ready to go. Okay, the next box that I have is this larger box, and this has a beautiful cashmere scarf inside, you can see. Now, if you go to nice department stores where you're buying a piece of clothing that's really beautiful, you'll notice that they always wrap it in tissue first. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So here's my trick of making it fit inside the box rather than just wrapping it in tissue and dropping it into the box. I'll use my gold tissue. Open it all the way up. We have gold on one side, and then it's sort of the paper on the other. And I want the paper face up and the gold facing down. And I'll do somewhat of a similar thing that I just did, where I will fold a pleat in the middle until I get the right width of the box. You can see it's right there. And then I'll just slide that in. I'll try to center it as best I can. I'll turn it this way so you can see it. And then gently drop my scarf in, and we'll fold that paper right around it. And this is where you can get a little bit more fun, where I will take this top one and fold it under like this, and then I'll add just a bit of washi tape. This might be where the store puts their label of their brand. I think I'll use this pretty pink because it matches the scarf. Notice how I'm color coordinating everything. So just a bit of washi tape, and this adds such a lovely touch. So they just keep on wrapping until they get to the gift. We'll put the lid on that, and we'll set this aside ready to wrap. The third one is a little bit different. I've made this box, and I'm going to show you how to make this later, but inside of the box I have this little zipper bag, and rather than putting it in a bigger box or I don't know, wrapping it as a soft wrap, I wanted to put it in a little bit of a funky box. It says always sparkle, I'm making a sparkly box. So this is what I'll do with this. I have this tissue paper. I'm gonna open it up so it's in half. And it's striped, it's really pretty. And then I'm gonna fold it right over the top like this and then just roll it. And I'm rolling it fairly tight because I want it to fit inside the box. And once that's done, I'm going to add just a bit of this washi tape to keep it shut. There's something about having tissue between the gift and the box. It just makes it so much nicer. And then we'll slide that right into the box. It fits so nicely. There's a little tissue sticking out, so you can just push that down gently. And this box is ready to finish wrapping. One of the fun things that we offer on the Leah Griffith site is an array of printable gift wraps, and we will give you new gift wraps for every occasion every year, so go check them out. We have all kinds of variety to keep things fresh, and all you need to do is download the PDF file and go ahead and print that on an 11x17 text weight paper. You'll want it to be lightweight. You can also do 8.5x11 with the same file. This will be for a smaller gift, but this is enough to cover a small box, and it gives you so much more variety.